Hi everybody, Cheryl Ciecko here. I'm going to be showing you how to use a moisture meter today. This is a surface moisture meter. This is the one that I use most often. Actually, it's not the most expensive one I have. I have pin types that are upwards of $400 more, and those are helpful for certain situations. But for the average do-it-yourselfer, this is the kind of meter that I would recommend that you start with. And there's a link to where to buy this one. This one has different settings. If I turn it on, it has different settings. One is wall, masonry, softwood, and hardwood. And it beeps when it reads extremely high. And it just read high because it read my finger. And there's moisture in my body, so that's how that worked. So I'm going to show you how to work this. So I'm in a bathroom. This is a bathroom in a condominium that's concrete, but does have a shower problem. And I always recommend people evaluate their bathrooms first and foremost. And there is nothing to see in this bathroom, as you can see. Even has a paper on the wall that says run the exhaust fan while you're showering. So let's see. So I'm going to show you how I would check this bathroom with this meter. So let's get in the shower. So you're in the shower with me now. See that? And so what I would do is I would start and figure out what the typical moisture content is for this tile. And so I have it, I'm going to put it on the masonry setting as most similar to tile, because there is no tile setting on here. And so what I do is I basically run the meter. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. I'm running the meter across the surface, and it has different readings. 9, 10, 13, 9, 8, and then you can go down 12, 11, 9, 10, you can get the idea, 13, 9. So we're getting the idea that this wall, this particular tile is anywhere between, say, under 15%, between 7 and 15%. And so that's what's typical for this tile. Every tile might read differently. I've had other tiles read 20 as normal. So you want to figure out what is considered normal for the tile that you're investigating, and then you're going to look for anomalies. You're going to look for variations, and then mark them as a pattern and try to annotate them. So I usually recommend using blue painter's tape because you can write on it and it also comes off very easily. And you won't be using the shower while you're doing this. So you're going to mark places where the numbers start to get high, and you're going to look for a pattern. And you're also going to want to go back another time, maybe another day, and test again and see if you get the same numbers over and over again. So even though this is a cheap meter, it could make mistakes. There's no doubt about it. And so by doing that double checking, you can get an idea of whether or not it's being consistent in the readings. So no matter how cheap this is, and it's very unlikely that it's going to make the same mistake over and over again in the same place. So if you go back the next day and you get the same pattern, same high readings in the same place and low readings in other places, then it's very unlikely that the meter is making a mistake. And how much moisture is there? It's hard to know if the numbers are perfectly accurate, but I will say that we'll see what the range is in this shower. So what I'm going to do is we saw anywhere between 7 and 11, 15, maybe even under 20 is going to be okay for this bathroom. And I'm going to test, I would do all around, not even where there's just plumbing, because I found water. Actually, this is an escutcheon plate. So in a shower that I had in my house, we had a leak behind this escutcheon plate. Not this particular shower, but one like this. And the water actually traveled down several feet and over a couple feet, and that's where we found it. And there was no damage at this location or along the way. The damage occurred where the water settled and then couldn't go any farther. So it was really crazy. I couldn't figure it out because I was like, there's no plumbing here. Why would there be water behind the wall here? But in fact, we did find some, and we found some very nasty mold along with it. So here's what we do. We test across and we test down. So I'm going to, go down here with this moisture meter. And I'm going down the wall. And we're going to go all the way down to the base. And we're down 17. We're actually getting up to 56. What do we got here? 48, 46 here. So these numbers are pretty high. They're not as high as they could be. In fact, we'll see some places in this bathroom where they're higher. So the other place I want to always check, I don't know if you can see this, is this curb. So this area here along the shower where you keep the water in is called a curb. These are rarely designed properly. And so we're going to test that. So let's see. Test the numbers there. Let me get down here so you can see it. Turn it on again. Masonry setting. Okay, do you see this number here? I don't know if you can read that, but it's blinking. It says 93% on the curb. 81, 74, 72, 67, 66, 79. 58, 65, and as we get closer to where maybe somebody would actually be showering, the number is 97, 96. So I'm going to suggest that this particular bathroom, that curb, has a problem. And it's likely that they're often built of wood. Just because it's built of wood doesn't mean that would be the problem. I mean, certainly wood supports mold growth, but it's also possible, no matter what it is, that it's absorbing moisture. So you can have mold growing on any material, and the Durock is not enough of a barrier. I don't know what they did in this bathroom and what the backing is, but I definitely would recommend that in this case the curb be opened up and somebody take a look at that more closely, because it looks to be holding moisture, and that's not a good thing. And so I would test all the corners of the shower and then where you see anomalies. Like I said, I wouldn't open up a shower unless I tested several days in a row to see if it was consistent. But if it is reading consistently, then that's something that that should be investigated further, and somebody should probably take a look at opening up that. And don't open up any walls or any tiles without taking precautions. And that's another whole another topic, but that would be putting up plastic encapsulation. And because if you disrupt something and there's mold underneath there, it will be very, very toxic, much more toxic than it is now, and it may be very toxic as it is. So be careful, but that is someplace that you should be looking closely. So I hope this is helpful, and if you have any other questions, feel free to go to my website, avoidingmold.com. You can email me through links there. I do individual consults to help people find mold that is difficult to find in their own homes, either inside or out. And I also have a Facebook group called Avoiding Water Damage, Mold, and Toxins. You're welcome to join that and learn more. And join my mailing list, and I will be doing more of these videos, and if you're on the list, you'll hear about them when they come out. So thanks for listening, and I hope this was helpful, and good luck. Mold is a really nasty thing. I've been affected, and a lot of people are being affected and don't realize it's affecting their health. So get at your own meter and start taking control of your own space and looking for your situations on your own, even if someone else has told you that you don't have any mold problems or water damage. So again, I hope this was helpful. Reach out if I can be of individual assistance, and get yourself a meter and check your own bathrooms. Good luck. Bye.